Good morning, Madam Speaker. I was going to say Speaker, excuse me. Good morning, Madam Chair and Senators. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present AB 25, which seeks to create an appeal process for schools that are unable to meet the current Cal Grant eligibility criteria. Members, current law provides Cal Grant eligibility post-secondary, trade school, colleges, and universities for students on the basis of financial need. Recently, the Budget Act of 2011 and 2012 created an additional requirement for colleges participating in the Cal Grant program, focusing on whether or not first-time, full-time students meet certain graduation loan default rate requirements. While these requirements are well-intended, they have exposed the vulnerability of small, specialized, nonprofit universities that typically have a lower number of first-time, full-time students. AB 25 seeks to resolve this problem by creating an appeal process to reconsider colleges that have small cohorts of first-time, full-time students when it is found that the students' cohorts is not a reflection of the overall campus performance. With me here today to provide supporting testimony is Dr. Carlisle, the president of Charles University, and Vice President, Ms. Angela Menenfield, Vice President of Strategic Advancement at Charles University.
Thank you. In support of the bill.
Yes, and good morning, Chair Liu. Good morning, Chair Liu, and Vice Chair Runner, and other members of the Senate Education Committee. As you heard, my name is Dr. David Carlisle, and I am President and CEO of Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science, located in the Watts-Willowbrook area of South Los Angeles. I am here on behalf of the university to ask your support and I vote on Assembly Bill 25 as authored by Assemblymember Mike Gipson. Due to recent changes within the California Education Code, the university is currently ineligible to participate in the Cal Grant program. Ironically, this comes at the very time the university is seeking to expand its undergraduate enrollment to provide increased access to higher education, especially for students that are interested in the pathway to careers in the health professions. These changes, among other things, require the California Student Aid Commission to certify an institution's graduation rate for full-time, first-time in college matriculants, or FTFT students, to determine eligibility for the Cal Grant program. The law declares, among other things, that an institution is ineligible for participation when the institution has a 6-year graduation rate of 30% or less for these FTFT students. While the university fully supports the use of a graduation rate metric, we believe that the methodology used to determine Cal Grant eligibility has had an unintentional and adverse impact on our university and perhaps other schools with small cohorts of FTFT students in the undergraduate program. In our case, the number of FTFT students was 9 in 2005 and only 4 in 2006, the years of matriculation that the current standard applies to. Most of these 13 students enrolled in one poorly performing program that the university has subsequently discontinued. All but one left the university within 1 or 2 years of their original matriculation. CDU's overall undergraduate graduation rate outcomes, as you have heard, are much better than our FTFT outcomes for the years referenced, with 65% of our students or more graduating in every year. Recognizing that the education code changes may have these unintended consequences and that the university's cohort of FTFT students is very small, the university made an appeal to the California Student Aid Commission at its February 2014 meeting. The appeal requested an exemption from the FTFT graduation rate standard for eligibility consideration when the cohort size is small. The CSAC motion to approve our appeal, subject to the enactment of legislation which clarifies small cohorts. The CSAC asked their staff to work with our university's leadership to pursue a legislative remedy, hence the need for AB 25. I conclude, Chair Liu and Vice Chair Runner and committee members, by saying thank you very much on behalf of our university, Charles R. Drew University of Medicine and Science, for for your consideration and this opportunity to present to you this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Others in support of the bill?
Good morning, Thomas Avu with the Association of Independent California Colleges and Universities in support. AICCU represents 75 private nonprofit colleges and universities across the state. Because of the drastic impacts on students at institutions that are deemed ineligible, we believe that it is both fair and appropriate to create a formal appeals process to review individual circumstances. And for those reasons, we ask for your support.
Thank you. Others in support?
This is Brandon Biggert with the California Student Aid Commission. We currently lack the authority to implement an appeals process. This bill is important, and we support it fully.
Okay, thanks.
Freddie Campos with the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities in support.
Okay, thank you. Any others in support of the bill? Is there any opposition to the bill? The committee didn't receive anything in writing. Are there comments or questions from members? The bill has been moved. I just have just curious. You described 20 as a 20 or less. What's magic about 20?
What's magic, I don't think there's anything particular is magic about 20. It's what we come up with in terms of our data. And certainly we think that as it relates to, and maybe Dr. Carlisle or Student Aid Commission may want to elaborate more in terms of the research.
Well, certainly this does represent kind of the tail of a bell-shaped curve. It seems that when you get to very small cohort sizes, i.e. single digits in any one year, these very small cohorts are very volatile and very sensitive to external effects. And it does seem to resonate around single digits or just above that. And 20, based on our experience of and looking at similar institutions, seems to be kind of a magic inflection point before you get to much more robust enrollments.
Okay, all right. All right, the bill has been moved, and let's call the roll.
Due pass to appropriations. Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Runner? Aye. Runner, aye. Block? Aye. Block, aye. Hancock? Aye. Hancock, aye. Leyva? Aye. Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Monning? Aye. Monning, aye. Pan? Aye. Pan, aye. Vidak? Aye. Vidak, aye. It's 8-0.
Okay, you have 8 votes, sufficient for passage. We'll keep the roll open for our absent members, and you have another bill.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Item 20, AB 1228.